Hi, I'm Josh, and I have here in front of me the Teenage Engineering OP-1, not the field model, the old OP-1, which they've discontinued. With the OP-1 field out, I think it's gotten very popular, and I wanted to show why I feel that the original OP-1 is still a very fun and, very usable device in its own right. It really comes down to how quickly I think you can throw together a musical idea and go from I don't really have anything to I have, at the very bare minimum, the bones of something, if not a full track. So we're going to make a fun little beat on here. I already have some samples picked out. Those would be this, and this, and this. And then I also have some drums. And we're just going to throw something together with it. And if you enjoy, please consider leaving a like, hitting subscribe. And yeah, not sponsored by Teenage Engineering in any way. There wouldn't be any point in them trying to sell more of the old OP-1s. I think they've discontinued it, actually. But, beside the point, my views are my own. So let's jump in. Now, for songwriting on here, the first step that we're always going to have to do, if we don't want to keep what's already in the tape, which we're not going to keep, is to hit Shift and Tape. It'll ask you if you want to erase, and you just press all four of these, and it erases. So what I'm thinking is we'll record a little arpeggiated seventh chord going around the circle of fifths. I'm going to go to our tape, and I'll do that on the first track. I'm going to hit record, and I'll hold it down so it's armed to record. It's waiting. I'll either hit play, and that'll tell it, oh, I just want it to play and record, or I'll hit a note and it'll start recording. Oops, before I do that, I need a metronome. If you don't like the metronome sound, don't worry, we won't have it for long. We'll go to the tape, hit record, and just like that, we've got a fun little loop. I'll just drop that in. So there's the basis already laid down. Something I really like about the OP-1 is that it's very fast to work with. There are some shortcomings in the workflow. One that often gets brought up is that there's no undo function. Woo! But that's all right. We can work with that. Let's add those drums, and I'm going to go to track 2. And now we have a drum loop. So altogether, what we've added is why don't we add some bass? I've got this sample. And we'll just record that in, I'll say on track 3. I don't like that take. I'm going to lift. I'm going to redo. Ready? That gives us a loop for our bass. I like to add some hi-hats to our drum line. So I'm going to go, let's see, I'm going to choose, I like that hi-hat sound. And I'm going to add that in. We'll actually record that on track 2, with the drums, I'm going to bring the volume down a bit. So we'll record. And that gives us an updated drum loop. Finally, I feel like we should add some kind of lead sound. Not that. I like that. And for this, I'm going to turn the speed all the way up. So we get a fun delayed out sound. And I'm just going to noodle for a bit and see what sounds good. So I found this really simple melody of just going. That I really enjoyed. And so I thought, let's just record that. Track 4. And because it doesn't start on the first beat, I'm going to hit play, so it'll start playing and I can record. I made a mistake. I'm going to lift, redo. And there we go. I think that it's very easy to get caught up in new gear. When the OP-1 Field was announced, I made a video that was maybe a little too reactionary, but I was critical of it. But, the thing about the OP-1, the old OP-1, is that I think it's a great piece of kit. Again, I'm not sponsored by Teenage Engineering. They've discontinued this, but prices on it have gotten quite a bit lower. I think I've seen it everywhere from I want to say $700 to $900, and definitely at the lower end. That's a really great deal. But my goal really was just to show how quickly you can throw together at least the outline of a fun little track. So we'll close out with a final playthrough of this. And thank you so much for hanging out and watching. If you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like, hitting subscribe. And yeah, been fun. Thank you.